last question. So I've been having some conversations with an SMB with a rapidly growing SaaS product. The company is looking to build a win-loss analysis program. What considerations should be accounted for when designing and executing the sales excellence tactic?
Wow, that's a great question. I can think of a pretty long answer to this. I'll try to make it as succinct as possible. I'd say the first thing is you have to define your definition of winning, right? In my practice, I meet companies where they are in their journey, and I try to understand what's important for them. If you're having product adoption issues, then winning might be increasing logins, increasing new feature activation or license activation or task completion. If you're having trouble engaging with your customers, then winning might be increasing attendance at webinars. It might be increasing attendance at meetings or increasing readership of articles and blog posts, things like that. You know, if you're suffering from high churn, you have retention issues, sure. Winning might just mean increasing your retention rate. But since the way the question was framed had kind of a sales excellence focus on it, I'm going to take it to mean, you know, revenue expansion, upsell, cross-sell. So in my opinion, when designing a revenue expansion program, I think it's important to map where your revenue is coming from. Look at the white space, look at the areas of products or services you have out there where you're not realizing revenue, and then focus on having engagement around those white space areas. From there, separate your customers into happy customers and unhappy customers based on your sentiment data. And as I said before, unhappy customers are much less likely to buy from you than happy customers. So if you know who the happy customers are, those are the ones you can start building a plan for upselling or cross-selling them. And again, in order to do that, you have to understand what their pain points are. You have to understand what their needs are. And you also want to make sure that you understand the timing of being able to approach them. So for example, I have a client that's very heavily seasonal. About 60% of their business comes in the fourth quarter of the year. If I know that I have a product or service that they're not buying from me that can benefit them in the fourth quarter, I don't want to call on them in October or November, right? I want to call on them in June, and I want to get them up and running in August so that they're fully versed in that feature or that function and can utilize it during the peak season of their business. So the timing is really important.